Hi, I'm Mr. Kangas, and today we're going to be taking a look at Chapter 4, Section 4. This is on simplifying algebraic fractions. To do this, we're going to need to know two things. One, how to reduce number fractions, and two, how to reduce or divide variables with the same base. So in other words, how to divide something that looks like this, or how to reduce something that looks like this. So before I start, I just want to do a little refresher on reducing fractions, because I know not all of us out there may have been doing this on a daily basis, such like me, so we may not necessarily remember how to reduce fractions. To reduce fractions, such as 3/9, you're going to take a look at you're going to try to find the greatest common factor, or at least a common factor, of 3 and 9. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that factor and you're going to divide it by both the top and the bottom number. So, for example, the greatest common factor of 3 and 9 happens to be 3. 3 divides into 3 and it divides into 9. So I'm going to divide both the 3, the top, by 3 and the bottom by 3. And I'll end up getting 3 divided by 3, which is 1, and 9 divided by 3, which is 3. So I know that 3/9 is equal to 1/3. So 3/9 and 1/3 may look different, but they are in fact the same. They're equal. They have the same value. It's important to remember that the fraction bar here means divide. So when I do 3 divided by 9, I get the same answer as when I do 1 divided by 3. Fractions are kind of like an unfinished division problem. Another way to look at it is I may be called Mr. Kangas, but I'm also called Justin Kangas. We're still the same person. The names might look different, but in the end we're talking about the same thing. These two fractions look different, but they're talking about the same decimal. So, the reason why I set the problem up like I did, with 3/9 divided by 3 over 3, is because in order to reduce, you find the greatest common factor of the two numbers, and you divide both the top and bottom number by that factor, which in this case was 3. This is the same as dividing by the fraction 3 over 3. Because when you divide a fraction, what is really going on is you just divide straight across. So if I'm dividing both top and bottom by the same number, I'm really dividing them by the fraction 3 over 3, which is actually equal to 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So I'm doing 3/9 divided by 1 equals 1/3. That's yet one more way we know that 3/9 is the same as 1/3, because the fraction we're dividing 3/9 by is equal to 1. So just a quick recap. We'll do one more example. To reduce a fraction, let's go with 6 over 14. You find the greatest common factor, okay, a number that goes into both 6 and 14, and you divide both top and bottom by that number. In this case, the number that goes into both 6 and 14 is 2. So I'm going to divide the top by 2 and the bottom by 2. Or in other words, 2 divided by 2, or 2 over 2 is a fraction, I'm dividing 6/14 by 1. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And if you would like, you can take a calculator to see if I am telling the truth. 6 divided by 14 will get you the same answer as 3 divided by 7. I always encourage my students to take out a calculator and prove to themselves that what I'm saying is the truth. Don't just take what I'm saying for granted. Find out for yourself. So that's how you reduce a fraction